So one thing about the South, one day it's 60 degrees, and then the next day it's 80 degrees. And if you own a vehicle, then you know what that means. Yeah, you're gonna lose tire pressure. That's right. The light came on, and all my tires dropped from the lovely 36 to, geez, they all dropped to I think like 28 or something like that. So I gotta get that fixed. Now, typically, which I don't know where it's at, but typically I use my tire inflator on my pancake air compressor. I've used that, but you got to wait for it to fill up with air, and then you got to drag the lines, and you got to drag the compressor all over the place, and then you got to empty it, make sure you get the water out. And yeah, I know I'm lazy, but it gets kind of cumbersome, and if you need to put air in your tire on the go, then I need a better solution than that. And I don't want to leave it constantly full of air because, well, I've had them rot out by that. But anyways, I decided to get one of those electrical ones and see if they work pretty decent. Now, I use the whole Milwaukee ecosystem. I've been using them for years. All my my half-inch, 3/8, the ratchet stuff. They work great. And because I have a bunch of batteries for them, well, buying another Milwaukee tool is probably the way to go. So this is the Milwaukee 2475-20. Paid like $80, $90 for it on Amazon. That might be a good deal for it. I don't know what they really go for. So let's open it up and see what it comes with. Instructions wrapped up in a nice bag. All right. Buttons should be able to set the pressure that I need. So pretty simple. Let's get a battery. Got a bunch of these M12 lithium red CP 2.0, whatever that means. So let's pop it in here. Maybe. All right. And we can set it to, I think my truck calls for 35. I'm going to put 36 on it. 36. So let's go to the truck and try it out. So now you want to do this when it's cold, or better yet, when the vehicle hasn't been driven. I haven't driven the truck today, so it's been sitting. Let's screw in this right here. And this should tell me, all right, 32.5. I guess today is not as cold as it's been. And I'm just going to assume that if we press this button, it's going to do the magic. Let's go to the other side. That's the side that has like the least amount of air. So that one's at 30.5. Let's try this again. All right, that worked out pretty good. 36, filled it perfectly. But man, this already used half of my battery. So 36 and 36. I'm kind of curious to see how accurate this is. So let's test that. Of course, we lost maybe a PSI or two that way. 34, so it might be off by 2. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and see if it does the same. Side number 2, so let's screw this. Maybe I should like put it to 37. Since you lose a little bit, but I think it's fine. Yeah, 34, so I guess that's fine for now. I'll probably go back later, maybe put some more air in it, but I'll kind of check it with the gauge on the truck and see. All right, so overall, not a bad little tool. So just a few things to note. Number one, this really doesn't get as hot as like some of the cheaper ones I got. I mean, it's warm, but I've had some that I've only used for like a minute or two, and they just get scorching hot. The hose does not feel hot. It's just warm right up here, so that's actually pretty cool. Looking at the instructions, if it's flashing, that means it's just kind of recalibrating on it. As far as time, I mean, it's not an air compressor. It's going to take a little bit longer, but it's more convenient, and that's kind of what I'm going for right now, just being able to, and mostly for the missus, in case she has to fill up the tire pressure, she could just hit the button and go instead of having to deal with the compressor. So it's a little easier for her. In the back, you have for, you know, different type of accessories, it's, you know, footballs and all that other stuff. But cool little tool to add to my Milwaukee collection. Definitely works pretty good. And I have found when it comes to these, don't cheap out on them, because the cheap ones just don't last, and yeah, they're worthless. So Now, one thing to note, it does say in instructions after 10 minutes of continuous use, you probably just want to let it cool down for 10 minutes. So kind of keep that in mind if you're going to fill up a flat tire, or if you have a couple of completely flat tires. As far as filling up a tire, it just depends. I mean, I'm using a big 20-inch rim truck tire, so probably a smaller tire would be a little bit quicker on that. And if you're not using it, after 5 minutes, as you can see, it shuts itself down. So pretty cool features. Definitely should be more convenient than anything. So thanks for watching.